Get Snap Podcast, what is going on? It's your boy Darnell Sparrow, your bad Superman. He is the notorious Antoine Smooth. What is up, my brother?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Good. Once again, we about to get real on him. Last week we talked about the Giselle Shaw incident. Got a lot of feedback on it. A lot of it was positive.
It's good.
And we got the request to do more, serious topics. And that's exactly what we're gonna do. So again, I will pull the disclaimer out that this is a very sensitive subject. Your listening discretion is advised. Again, we might voice our opinions. It might be harsh, might not be, depending on how far this goes. But this is, like I said, this is a topic. It's been talked about before on different news places, different podcasts, different websites. So I think we should give our input about it as well, because it's actually sad. It's actually sad to see a family, get tore up over something like this, and I'm gonna ask a question as we go on about this, and I want to get your input. But let's get into it. Many of you have heard about the TikTok video that Sherilyn Guerrero, the daughter of Vicky and Eddie, posted about an incident dealing with her stepfather allegedly sexually assaulting her in 2020 while they were on a cruise. And Sherilyn has a 10-minute TikTok video. I'm not going to play it here. You can go on her TikTok page. You can Google it. I'm sure you'll find it. But she really got into some very heavy topics, and it has drawn a lot of attention. So if you want to see the video, definitely go check that out. But Sherilyn stated that she does want a relationship with her mom, but Vicky, her mother, has chosen to choose her current husband's side. She said she didn't want to wish anything negative in the direction of her family, but she just wanted to get it out because she said she's received messages about not being involved with her mother, when the reality is her mother blocked her. Now, that's before we even get into, the situation itself. Just that alone, what do you think?
I hate to see, mother and daughter torn apart off because of this here. It's sad, and hopefully one day they can reconcile. And but yeah, that's serious. And the question is, I understand that she was traumatized or whatever, but why she didn't say anything earlier? Because if it was me, I would have just said something right off the top.
I gotta see why she didn't do it, because at the time, Vicky was still on the road.
Right, I understand.
Vicky was still on the road. You didn't want to talk to. Sometimes it's just hard. And she said it. She said that she told her mother this. She stated that she did tell Vicky what happened, and Vicky wasn't buying it. So it's just one of those things that what do you do after that?
Right. So you're a parent, Darnell. What if your daughter came up to you and told you, would you believe her? I
would until I find out she's lying. And that's the question, and that leads into the question I was going to ask. What if Eddie was still alive?
Oh man,
how would this go?
Yeah.
And she does have Chavo behind her.
Yeah.
And
Which,
and Chavo posted in the tweet says, quote, just to let everyone know, I fully support my cousin Sheldon Guerrero, Eddie's daughter, and I've been doing so privately in the last couple of years of her struggles. She's a very strong woman for coming forward with the sexual assault as she suffered. I love you, Prima. So she has somebody behind her.
yeah.
And the one that really got my attention is when Shaw responded.
Mm.
And Shaw actually, took up for her sister.
Okay.
But at the same time, they're still distant.
Hmm.
And that's the part, that really kind of hurt my feelings. I'm like, on one side of the fence you with her, but on another side,
So
you're
it's just
not.
a conflict going on. Yeah.
Give me 1 second. But the thing that really got me though, and this is what is really disappointing to me, is what Vicky said and how she responded.
Hmm.
That right there really disappointed me, especially, you know, as a parent. I mean, there's a way you handle things. There's a way you respond to things.
Yeah.
And from what I understand, this has been deleted. But it's still disappointing though. This is the direction you took, and I understand you want to defend your husband. You want to stick by your husband. Yada yada yada. But some things you really got to look into.
Right. These are your kids. These are two of your daughters.
And Shaw stated, it's pretty long, but I'm gonna read it. She said, "I am deeply saddened that the state of my family has been for years. What my sister stated happened on the cruise was true. She did get SA'd by my stepfather. SA is never okay, and she has every right to talk about it. Was it rape? No, but it was unwanted touching, which is absolutely unacceptable and traumatizing. The incident tore an even deeper wedge into our family than what was there before. My mother and sister have been deeply has well I can't even read some of it. My mother and sister has had a deeply tumultuous relationship for years. Same with my sister and I. After this incident on the cruise, we all went into various forms of therapy in order to heal. My sister had led the public to believe that we abandoned her after the essay, which is not true. My family went into various forms of therapy, and Mom and Chris helped Sherilyn get on her feet again by helping her financially, as they have done for Sherilyn since she was 22. Does that solve the wounds? Absolutely not, but she was not abandoned after this incident. Family or not, have refused people in my life who do not treat me with respect. I have refused to continue my role in the family while I play peacekeeper, especially when I am states away and can't referee properly. Cheryl and I will once again offer to do therapy with you so we can sort out our relationship. Mourn. I guess you mean Mom has offered the same. Has offered the same these past years. As we all know, we need a professional to be in the room if we're going to talk to each other. You have never stepped forward to want to mend the relationship or take us up on therapy, despite us saying we will take care of the details and the finances. Sherilyn, what happened to you was not okay. What happened on that cruise tore an even deeper wedge into our family, but the reason why we don't talk is a deep, well-tangled hurt and complication that I can barely understand, let alone the fans that think they know our family. I am so sad that we're dealing with all of this hurt publicly now. I hope the family that is supporting you will hold your hand and give you the support you need. That family does not include me due to the verbal and emotional abuse you have subjected me to over many years. My boundaries matter just as yours do. Until you agree to meet with a therapist to work this out, then we will continue to heal separately. I hope you find healing.
This from Vicky.
No, this is from Shaw. This from the sister. This Shaw
Oh,
Guerrero. Shaw. I'm about to get to Vicky
yeah,
here.
from Shaw.
I'm about to get to
Okay.
Vicky here in a minute.
Okay.
But I'm gonna go through each aspect of this. Now there's Shaw.
Okay.
What are your thoughts on that?
Oh man. Oh. So she said it was true.
Yep, she said it was true, but she's gonna be distant. They're not, she claimed they tried to do therapy. You know, Cheryl didn't want to do it, and she's denied that the family abandoned her. But she gotta here's the thing. See, everybody has their own definition of what abandoned is. See, most people, when you think abandoned, it's like everybody just leave you. There's nobody there for you.
Right.
So on one side, you're right. Certain families abandoned her. Cavo came through. Because obviously somebody believed her. You said it was true. But on one side of the fence, it's like she's taking both sides.
Yeah.
But if you knew this happened, it should have stopped right there. It shouldn't even been an argument. It should have somebody should have took it further. But I've had friends who've gone through this, have gone through the same thing. Went through the same situation. Went to mom, tried to tell the parent this happened. Of course, parent, mom or dad didn't believe them.
Right.
And they had to live with that as they got older. And sometimes that same man that done it is still in the house. It's still to that person or the woman who did it. That person is still in the house even when that child is now grown. And if that's the person that's stopping you from having a relationship with your child, you don't think that's a problem?
Yeah, that's a big problem.
Because you mentioned you mentioned it earlier. Yeah, I had it done. Well, what would I do? If my daughter called me, if my daughter lives in the UK, my daughter called me and say, "Dad, my mother's boyfriend did something to me." I would believe it for a couple of reasons. One, she would not come me all the way from the United States to tell me this.
Right.
That'll be one of those trips. I would probably drop everything. I'll put whatever money I got left.
Exactly.
And get to the UK.
Go to the UK, right?
And handle that.
Right. I'll be the same way.
Now, how I handle it, that's one thing. But it's gonna get addressed one way or another.
Right.
Because one, I would tell her, Mom, you need to fall back. Because if she came to you and you didn't handle it, you just as wrong as he is.
Right.
So you have.
And some people like that. They'll choose a man over their kids, and I would never do that.
Yep, they'll choose man over kid. Now, on the flip side, they have instances where the kid does lie.
Yep. Yes.
They do that because
That's
the kid don't like the other person in the house. They gonna find ways to get them out or get them in trouble or say all these things. But we already. But
exactly. She can get in trouble for that.
Yeah, we
go to jail.
Yeah, but we already got a confirmation.
Right. Since Shaw said it really happened.
Yep, Shaw said it happened.
Okay, so.
Again, and that's what should have just. I mean, what? You need more than therapy. You need to get the police involved in this.
Right. Therapy.
I mean, what is therapy going to do? Therapy is not going to get rid of him.
No, you got to put the police in this situation.
I mean, Vicky, if you find out what's true, are you gonna leave that man? And they have women like that. They can do all these things. That can do no wrong.
Yeah.
But that's we find it's 100% straight up facts. I still wouldn't think she'll leave him.
She better. Yeah.
I mean, it's out in the open. And you know who hasn't said anything at all? Him.
Not one word.
I mean, Vicky jumped in, and let me tell you what Vicky said in response to this. And even after this, she's even going to bring her daughter to court over this. I won't put that out there, but this is what she responded to. She said there are two sides to a story. Over 15 years, my relationship with Cheryl Lynn has been hostile, and I have tried to deal with a narcissist person. Not only myself, but close friends of Cheryl Lynn of over 10 years and family have cut ties with her because of her manic behaviors. I tried to do therapy with Cheryl Lynn, but she always said no, and that I am not sick. I am sick, not her. Cheryl Lynn, please tell your side of your character being drunk on the cruise, having guys in your room, then crying because you think that you were raped. Then demanded us to go to a pharmacy in the Bahamas for Plan B. You want to play dirty and sling Chris and I through the mud? I can play too. Are you enjoying that car that Chris bought you since you wrecked yours? I am so done with you and tired of the years of manipulation, lies, and disrespect. I kept quiet over the years because you never seek therapy to learn how to have an adult conversation with me. It has always been your way or nothing at all. Okay, Sherilyn, not only will I see you in court, but you and I will no longer be related. For the fans who feel entitled to comment, F you. You hear one side and you feel entitled to comment on something you know nothing about. Now let's analyze that for a minute.
Oh my God.
Let's just break that down.
Okay.
She started up and says, tell your side of your character of being drunk on the cruise and having guys in your room then crying because you think you were raped. Okay. First of all, if you knew this, why did you allow this? Don't care if she grown.
Right. That's still your child. You still a parent, regardless of how old your child is.
And if you thought that,
Yeah.
why you didn't react to it? Why you making it seem like it's a joke?
There's no joke about that. You don't joke about nothing like that.
And then she said, and you demanded us go to the farm in Bahamas for a Plan B. Why you didn't do it?
Exactly. You should have acted right then and there.
Because you as a parent, like I said, my daughter's grown. My daughter's 22. But even as an adult, some things, if I can help it, it wouldn't happen. First of all, you will not. If I find out you got guys in the room, I don't care how old you are, and you on a trip, and we on a family trip, not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Not gonna happen. Because one or two things are gonna happen. I'm gonna see it, or I'm gonna see them walking out. But either way, it's not gonna go well.
I mean, she pretty much just blasted her.
And then, out of all that, this what got me. When she said, are you enjoying the car that Chris bought you since you wrecked yours? Is that your way out?
Now she just revealing stuff now.
So let me get this straight. Your daughter, your daughters, we're going to plural this, said that your husband did things to one of your daughters, and your go-to is the car he bought you.
Right. Like she's supposed to be grateful that he did something for her.
I'm like, come on. That makes you right there a POS.
Right.
That right there. If that's your go-to of something that he did, what did you do? Mom, you the one was out. You were the one out there in WWE making the money.
Right. After Eddie's passing, they was willing to take care of her.
Yeah.
Even offered you, they got you on the, doing the thing with Edge and all that stuff, and putting you on television. I mean, you don't, the excuse me and all that. The excuse me made you.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, yeah, they don't want to put you on the map. You should be grateful for them.
And
She
I
should have liked WWE after my father passing, you know, but she didn't do that. But you gonna mention a car that he bought her?
you're gonna mention thing that you did for you the parent.
Yes.
That's never gonna change. You're gonna always, you
No
know,
matter how
want to be
old
able
she,
to help your child and do things for your child.
right? No matter how old she gets, you are still a parent
Because
until that they die.
I tell people all the time, husband and wives can go away. Your child can. That's your child.
Right.
Your child is yours. That's forever. A husband and wife can go just as quick as they come.
Exactly. Right. But your child's forever.
And she talked about holding a conversation. I mean, what conversation do you want to have? What can we talk about after this?
Right.
And again, the fact that Vicky talked about they're no longer related, that right there tells me you're guilty.
Right. Come out, we're no longer that girl. That's your child, regardless.
Then you want to take it. Then you want to take her to court.
Mm-hmm. You're making you look guilty. One court thing. That's really making you look guilty now.
No, she need to be ashamed of herself. I wouldn't be surprised. That's the reason AEW ended her contract.
Because of that situation.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. Got all this drama going around. Yeah. You had it good at AEW. You could have actually did something, but I mean, all this drama you got around you.
I said it's funny how all this kind of just happened, and
Yeah.
now they're not going to renew you. I mean,
and then she was talking about how she wanted to be in the Dominic storyline.
not gonna happen.
Yeah.
And you know what? It would have been good if it did. If she came back, it would have been good.
Right. She said how she loved the storyline they doing. She been watching, and she said, "Oh, man, I just wish I could have been in that storyline." But you got all this drama going around, woman.
See, you thought Dominic gonna have it bad.
Yeah.
I mean, they boo him out the building, walk through that door, and you know, people know.
Right.
I mean, what do you expect people to think, Vicky? I mean, you doing all the talking, but you're not the one that's getting accused. He is, so he should man up and say if he did it or not.
Right.
That's the point. She probably like don't say nothing, don't say nothing. No, he needs to say something because if you putting him in the back burner, and you talking, you making it worse. And let's go back to my question again. Would you have said this if Eddie was alive?
Exactly. You know, Eddie wanted to have it. You know, he wanted to tolerate that. He loved his kids. He would not talk. He probably would have believed the minute she said something.
Because I went through something. I've seen pictures of Vicky with both her daughters. I've seen Eddie with pictures of them when they were little. So at some point, they were good.
Mm-hmm.
Was it because was her husband Chris the problem from the get go?
Right.
Because I don't think they've been married that long.
Mm-hmm.
They've been married about 5 years, maybe, give or take.
Right.
Probably on that.
Not that long, yeah. And you know, when they did the interview with her about the Dominic storyline, if you look to the left, she had pictures of Eddie all in her room. Like the calendar, like, you know, the little calendars, and had the clips,
Mm-hmm.
you know, like magazine clips of Eddie. And she had the newspaper about the day he passed. And she had all that in there.
Oh, there's no doubt. I know she's still missing. She probably still love him. But
This, but this here, this,
I mean, this is one of them situations. You know, this is what social media. It just again, social media is making it worse too.
oh yeah, social media is just a cesspool.
And I
Yeah,
never understood why when something goes wrong or people getting their feelings, why the first thing they do they go to TikTok, they go to Instagram, they go to
Facebook.
Facebook.
Yeah,
That's the one thing I don't agree with
I'm like, you posting all this stuff on here,
because
and
because
what is the point of it?
because
Yeah,
we shouldn't know your business. I know you trying to vent, but
right,
you venting to million followers that you don't know.
right.
And of course, everybody's going to have their opinion. And I'm pretty sure, Vicky said it for a reason. The ones who commented, and I'm pretty sure they did. And I'm pretty sure
Some of them
they
like to
they haven't stopped.
find even more. Yeah,
Because
got something like that. Yeah.
because if somebody says something about you and you come off like that,
I mean, cussing, swearing, and f bombs and stuff. Yeah.
and the birthday you want to not disown your child, you really need to be ashamed of yourself.
Right.
That right there, no. If you're trying to get back in the game, that's not gonna help you get in the game.
No,
Even if you deleted the post, it don't go nowhere.
it ain't going because somebody gonna have accountability.
Hence this,
Yeah, just what you just read.
and that's out to WrestlingNews.co. It's out there, so you can delete it till you're blue in the face. It's already out there.
Don't get out. It will be there to eternity. So,
And my question is, if you take your daughter to court, what are you taking her for?
what
Was
is?
you
I know you're not talking about no slander.
know about
I hope you're
slander,
not doing it because of that.
defamation of
Yeah,
character? What?
defamation of character. Yeah, I know it ain't that.
Man,
Please.
what you gonna sue for? What you gonna sue for emotional distress, and then what?
Yeah.
You do all that, and then what? What if the court make the husband take a lie detector test and he failed?
Mhm.
I mean, come on.
Right.
So, cause notice, and I haven't seen anything about it. Didn't come back and say Shaw was lying.
Right. She showed did. She didn't mention her.
No,
About
cause
her
no,
being
cause
on.
this came out then Vicky did hers, then Shaw did hers.
Oh.
But I haven't seen anything after that where she said Shaw was lying.
Right.
Cause you focused on what Cheryl Lynn said.
Mhm.
You didn't get on Chavo for looking out
No.
for looking out.
Mhm. The Chavo's on her side. So yeah.
So somebody care enough. Cause I'll read this and I think I hope she wasn't drinking.
Right.
That sounds like you hit the tequila one too many times,
Sometimes you just yeah.
and you talking out the side of your neck.
Yeah. Right. And you know they say when you drunk you reveal the truth.
Yep, exactly.
So
Cause I could be mad at my child till I'm blue in the face. I would never tell them we're no longer related. Cause guess what? You're all related. You carried her for 9 months.
blood regardless.
You you
Right.
you gave birth to her.
Right. So how's that? Disowning and all
And,
that
and,
other
and
stuff.
Shaw was right. They need to have somebody in the middle.
Yeah.
They need to have somebody preferred in the middle. Like I said, but what is it going to accomplish though? Because the way it look, they pretty much look like their family will never be the same.
Mhm.
And it looks like B gonna always stick up for her husband, whether he did it or not.
Is or not? That's sad.
And even if it comes to find out that it did happen, it's gonna be one of those cases where I think she's gonna be in denial still.
Yep. I'm like, is he that good? Did you love him that much?
And she just might. But there is that denial factor, boy.
Yeah, that denial is a disease, they say. Yeah. Man,
What they say, denial is not just a river in Egypt.
right. I'm telling you. Man.
So if you was the therapist, what advice would you give them?
With all this mess, all I can tell them is this here. Vicky needs to talk to her husband and make him, did he really do it? Make him admit this. Did he do this? Get to, and if he did, you better call the police. This will be off the record. Call the police if he did do something to her. That is your daughter. You will never stop being a parent. I don't care how old she is. You don't never stop being a parent.
Right. Yeah, that'll be my number one thing. Get the truth.
Get the truth.
That's number one.
Yes. And if he did admit it, call the police.
And
if he care about you that much, he admits it.
And,
call the police.
And again, get the truth, and he needs to start talking.
Yeah. But we ain't heard a word.
He needs to start talking. Stop speaking up for him. He's a grown man.
Yeah.
He's the one, getting this thrown at him.
Covering up what he's doing.
Yeah. That's mistake one. He needs to man up and speak up. But like I said, she might have told him, don't say nothing. But if he didn't do nothing, what he got to hide? That's my question. If you ain't do nothing, you have nothing to hide, then speak out on it.
Right, speak out.
And we ain't talking about like Martin show.
Martin show, right. We want you to speak out. That's right.
Step up and say, this did not happen. I did not do this.
If you have nothing to hide, just say it, and it'll be all over.
If something happened, but it's not what she said, then you need to address that too.
Mm-hmm.
Say yes, we were on the cruise, blah 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 blah. But right now, in my eyes, Vicky and her husband are looking real bad.
Yep.
Cause taking your daughter to court,
that tells it. You just revealed yourself.
That just add all kind of fuel to it.
You'll lose that fast. Yeah. So no.
Like I said, could if the court make them,
you got to pay court costs and all this other stuff.
Could if the court make him take a lie detector test?
Yes. Right. Didn't have to do that.
And he failed.
Right.
Are you gonna at least apologize?
Mm-hmm.
That'll be the first step. But even still, I don't think, they even want to Memphis after this.
Yeah.
Which is disappointing. But I will say this though, this happens. This happens. Like I say, I've known people that have gone through it. I've known people that was able to, start their lives over, and there's still people who still haven't gotten over it. And they were in their 30s and 40s, and it happened when they were kids, and they still can't move on from it.
Yeah.
A lot of them have relationship problems because of it. A lot of people have trust issues because of it.
Yep.
Like I said, it's different for everybody. I just hope, all of them just come to a place where at least, like I said, you got the truth out. You get the truth out, then you can decide which way you want to go. If y'all don't want to be a part of each other's lives, then don't.
That's right. Yeah. But at least come together and, and decide after that. If you don't, like you said, if you don't want to, then go your separate ways.
Like I said, Charles said it best. Get some professional help. But Vicky saying, you know, she's one of those types is either her way or no way. You know, that's how you feel when you get into something like this. That's how you feel. You not hearing nothing,
Mm-mm.
especially when it's not. This is what happened.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Forgive me. What can we do to make this right? If you're not hearing that, everything else is how them Charlie Brown adults talk.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Vicky taking that part of it probably wrong.
Well,
I mean, the fact that you want to pay for this, that, and the third, that's probably not what she wants.
right. All this, he bought a car for you and all this other crap.
That's my thing. After what does she want? What can be done
Right.
for y'all to come together?
Yeah.
But it all to me goes back to the husband.
Right. You need to say something.
Because the more he stays quiet,
The more guilty he is.
and out in the world, the more guilty he's look. And well, you see see how Vicky is.
Yeah.
You see how she feels, and you see how far she's willing to go.
Mm-hmm.
Very disappointing.
Yeah.
So I'm praying for him. I hope you know this
Well,
doesn't. Hope this doesn't end bad
yeah.
for nobody.
Right.
I just hope that. But want to talk about that. Now we're getting to some quick prediction. We got a show coming up on April 16th from Impact Wrestling. It is Impact Wrestling Rebellion from the Rebel Entertainment Complex in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. This is the...
Going to Canada.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know who's running things. Got the more running things now, so...
That's true. Yeah. He's Canadian as can be, so
Yep.
yeah.
And this is the event where we're going to crown a brand new Impact World Champion. You remember Josh Alexander got injured?
Yeah.
Was scheduled to defend the title at their last event. Couldn't do it. So now we got, this match that we're going to talk about when we get to it. But there's 8 matches on the card, so we're going to run through them real quick. We got a last rights match. PCO and Eddie Edwards. This kind of reminds me, PCO to me is the new Abyss.
Yeah.
I mean, this man is putting his body through anything and everything. And the last fight match, that was a business match. That was between that and the Monsters Ball. That was one of his specialties. But they're not. I say these two are not going to rest until somebody is gone completely.
They're probably gonna they're gonna wear each other out, man.
Like I said, this one is already to me is one of the ones that's hard to pick.
Right.
But if I had to, I'm gonna go with Eddie Edwards on this one. I think he's gonna find a way to take him down. I think he's gonna get a lot of help doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And we may not see PCO for a while. We got a 6-man tag team match. We got the Design, Diener, Alan Angels, and either Sammy Callahan or Khan. We don't know which one yet. And they will be meeting Dirty Dango, the digital media champion Joe Hendry, and the director of authority, Santino Marella.
I'm surprised they'll be letting him use that. Like, I'm surprised. Um,
He had the rights to it.
yeah, he owns it.
He on the right to it. Yeah. Now the question is, will we see the Cobra?
Hey, if he might well. I mean, I wouldn't put it past him. He tried it before, I think, didn't he? One time?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, it won't surprise me.
Dirty Dango.
Dirty Dango.
Formerly known as Fandango, he is exclusive to Impact Wrestling. You know, he was in the NWA. You know, teaming with JTG. They were the Dirty Sexy Boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he is now.
Fandango stuff. He still do that stuff, gyrating and
he still be a little off filter, but I think that makes it work. And he just say all this weird stuff, and everybody like I said, they going up against the Design Witches. To me, it's like a stronger version of OVE. And like I said, now that Sammy Callahan is part of that clique.
Called by design, right?
Huh?
They just called by design.
They just called the Design.
The Design.
Yeah, the Design. They said Cody Dean, Alan Angels, formerly of the Dark Order, and Khan is formerly Connor of the Ascension.
Right. Okay.
And I said, I'm gonna go with the Design on this one, cause like I said, cause Santino's probably gonna do more comedy stuff.
Yeah. He's just there for the comedy, so.
That's all. We got a tag team. We got a tag team match for the Impact Knockout Tag Team Championship. It's the rematch. The Coven, Colin King and Taylor Wilde defending against the Death Dolls, Jessica and Rosemary. No Taya Valkyrie. No,
She went to AEW.
they killed her pretty much. So
Yeah.
why they like killing people in AEW? I mean in Impact.
And they did that with Eric Young, right?
They did it with Eric Young. They did it with didn't they kill Allie?
Yeah. They killed Allie.
They like killing people.
I don't know.
But I see the Coven, like I said, they just want them. No need to, take it off them right now. So that's a no brainer. I'm not feeling this new Taylor Wilde.
I'm not either. I like the Sailor Taylor.
Yeah.
Right. Well, bars. Yeah. I like when she wore the sailor outfit.
Now she's going to this gothic. It's weird.
Yeah.
And then she got Colin.
She dressed up like the sailor.
Right. But now her and Colin King do make a good team. I'll give them that.
Right. Colin King, she's an underrated talent.
Very.
I like her actually.
Very
underrated.
Got to see her a few times live when she came down to Jackson. Yeah, she's very underrated. I'm really surprised, she didn't become the NWA Women's World Champion. I'm real shocked on that one, but she got a championship here, and they're gonna retain.
Well, y'all see who the champ. Well, you know who the champ is, so there you go.
Yep.
I mean, Camille.
Exactly.
She another obstacle. So yeah.
And I don't see nobody at this point. When she beating everybody.
Yeah. Kind of like you gonna get that Roman Reigns type of run.
She already at about a couple years. So she there.
Yeah.
We got an Ultimate X match for the Impact World Tag Team Championships. We got the Bullet Club, Ace Austin and Chris Bay against the Motor City Machine Guns. Let's stop right there real quick. Let's talk about this Bullet Club.
Now, are they doing like chapters of the Bullet Club now? Excuse me. Like Jay White and Juice Robinson, they got a chapter.
Bullet Club. Yeah. Yeah, so for those who don't know what we're talking about, Juice Robinson and Jay White. Jay White is now when they be AEW. They are now known as Bullet Club Gold.
Right.
They don't do the gun no more. I don't know.
See, I think that's what it was kind of like when Memphis did the Nation of Domination. They had a chapter here. You know, you put a chapter in Memphis, and you got the other one, of course, in WWE. So I'm thinking, okay, so Bullet Club gonna have chapters now,
You
kind
got
of breaking out like franchises.
yep, you got the New Japan guys.
Yeah.
You got the Impact guys.
Yeah, AEW.
Now you got AEW. I'm like,
I mean, it's interesting though.
now when
But,
they say Bullet Club Gold, I say, oh no, now we about to do this old NWO again.
yeah, NWO Japan and
I'm like, yeah, in the black and white, the full pack. I'm like, oh no.
yeah, this is. I hope they ain't going that route. Yeah.
And one thing I can say about Juice Robinson,
Different Bullet Clubs in different promotions. I get it.
one thing I say about Juice Robinson, I think going to New Japan was the best thing happening because he was not working. He was not working in NXT. It's like
Juice Robinson, man, he started to grow on me now. At first, it took a minute, but then I think when he joined the Bullet Club, I think he grew on me a little bit. So I'm starting to like him.
I think that's what it is. But sometimes you get with the right people.
Right.
I mean, here's a former IWGP US champion.
Right.
Your nickname is Rock Hard.
Rock Hard, Juice Robinson. Like freshly squeezed orange Cassidy.
And who is this woman again?
Tony Storm.
There it is.
So they together. Adam Cole and Dr. Britt Baker together. Yeah, that's what that is. He won't go there because Tony's there. I don't blame him. That's your girl. I get it.
Yeah, I want to see how these Bullet Club shirts gonna look.
Bullet Club Gold, you said, right?
Yep, that's what they call. Because technically, it wasn't Jay White the leader of Bullet Club.
Yeah, Jay White, yeah.
Because he can't go
Jay
back.
White's the leader.
Yeah, because he can't. Because you remember, he can't go to New Japan no more.
Right, he left there.
Yeah, because he lost that loser leave match.
Yeah.
So everybody was like, well, how does that work? Well, the thing is, we know New Japan and AEW work together, but he's AEW, so he can do New Japan matches.
Yeah.
He just can't never go back and contract with them.
Like the Strong shows and all that. Yeah. New Japan Strong, like he can't do
Yeah,
those.
he can't do him. He can't go to New Japan, but New Japan can come to AEW.
That is weird, cause okay, if Jay's still the leader, right?
I think David Finlay is now.
David Finlay,
okay. I think he took over because they kicked I believe El Phantasmo out. Now I believe David Finlay is the alleged leader. They don't know.
But I'm kind of liking this concept of different Bullet Clubs, but they shouldn't do it like a Wolfpack or the black and white. Don't do that. Because that was the downfall there. Because even Dusty said the minute they went to red and black, they said that pretty much was the downfall.
And how long has Bullet Club been running?
Let's see. You had Finn Balor. They're the original members. That was what? Like 20...
Bullet Club started in 2013.
2013, yeah.
So 10 years.
The original was Finn Balor and was it Luke Gallows and Anderson?
Yeah. So as of May 3rd, it will be 10 years. As of next month. They formed with Finn Balor, Ryusuke Taguchi, Carl Anderson, Bad Luck Fale, and Tama Tonga.
Okay.
No, I take that back. Taguchi was actually Finn Balor's partner. He turned on him and joined Bullet Club.
Oh.
So I read that wrong.
Oh God.
Yeah, they have various subgroups. You have a lot of members.
Yeah.
Like I said, they have because the way they have it broke down is, you have the Japan group, that's Bad Luck Fale, Chase Owens, Finley, Dick Togo, Evil, Ghetto, Kenta, Sho, Taiji Ishimori, and Yujiro Takahashi.
Yeah.
The US versions, that's Ace Austin and Chris Bay.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got Gold. You got Jay White and Juice Robinson. Then you have Australia.
Australia?
Jack Bunza, Liber Lucci, and Caveman Ugg.
I know Bullet Club had an Australian chapter.
Yeah, I just learned that. They just been around for a year.
Wow.
Yep, they just been around for a year.
Be all the Australian wrestlers that, yeah. Okay.
So basically, this is
yeah, but that's
in NW all over again. But at least they don't have 9,000 people in each faction, in each version
right.
at least.
Right. You ain't got like 30 people coming out of 3 limos and like the NWO did like late 98 time. They had 30 people and pretty much the whole WCW roster joined the NWO. So
All right, so where we at? 3-way elimination match for the Impact X Division Championship. Trey Miguel defending against Jonathan Gresham and Mike Bailey. Speedball Mike Bailey. Now Gresham and Bailey been tearing up the house in their matches. I guess they said, you know what? We just gonna put them both in. Then you add Trey Miguel. I still want Trey Miguel and Wesley to get back together. I want the Radicals, all 3, to get back together. I would love it.
That we hear that Trey Miguel contract will be up in Impact, yes, go to NXT. Go with, Wesley, and if they can, I don't know if they can get Nash Carter back. I don't know if that's gonna happen, but that would be perfect.
I mean,
bring all the rascals together.
I think Trey Miguel stayed.
He's a long way from Desmond Xavier, so
right. And I think I think Trey Miguel stayed because he wanted to be his own man. He didn't want to, do the tag team thing. I get it, and they actually pushing him hard.
Yeah.
They are definitely actually pushing him hard, especially for that X division.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like I wouldn't be surprised he choose option C and go after the title, go after the world title.
Oh yeah, a lot of folks, a lot of folks do that when they get that briefcase.
I would.
They going after the world title.
I would not surprise he cash in that X division title.
Mm-hmm.
He one of those titles. I mean, he pretty much, again, he one of those that's beating them all.
Yeah.
I need to start getting in that heavyweight division, which leads me to the fact that he's gonna retain.
Yeah.
And I think he should, after this, he should cash in at Slammiversary. I think that'll be a good match.
That'll be the perfect time to do it, yep.
We got a 10 wrestler hardcore war. We got Team Tommy Dreamer. Consists of Tommy Dreamer, Frankie Kazarian, Yuya Yamura, Killer Kelly, and Bupanda Gujar against Team Bully. Bully Ray, Kenny King, Masha Slamovich, Brian Myers, and Moose.
Man, Bully got a team.
Yes, I was about to say.
Yeah, you got Moose on your team.
You got Moose. You got Masha Slamovich, GCW World Champion.
Yeah.
You got Kenny King, which he always gonna be on somebody's team.
He'll be on somebody's team, right? He ain't nothing but a groove guy.
Yeah,
So
you're the X-Pac. You're the new X-Pac, pretty much.
Pretty much, yeah.
That's a hard one right there.
Man.
Cause that's gonna be a fight.
Yeah.
Nobody's safe, the men or the women. I don't even know where to go with this one. I don't think nobody winning this one.
No.
I mean, somebody gonna win, but I don't think nobody walking out in one piece.
Well, no.
They need to just go and take this in the parking lot like they did on Nitro when Lord Steven fought Fifth Finley.
Right. I'll just take it out there, just beat each other.
When he was the Belfast.
Moxley and Kelly gonna try to tear each other
Yeah.
apart.
I said, yeah, just get into the parking lot, have some cars around, and do that match. Just like I said, Rigo and the Blacktop Bully did on Nitro. Just let them go. It ain't even about winning no more. It's all about survival.
Yeah.
We got the three-way match for the Impact Knockouts Championship. So by looks of it, Mickie James has been cleared to go.
Uh-oh. All right.
It'll be Mickie James, Jordan Grace, Deonna Purrazzo. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say why I don't think Mickey's gonna drop it here. I'm thinking she's gonna retain, and whoever she faces at Slammiversary, I think that might be it.
Yeah. Well, she ain't doing it right now.
No, you gonna drop it. Drop it at Slammiversary, Bound for Glory.
Yeah.
One of those two. One of your big events.
Right.
I mean, cause we keep seeing the same, people
she gonna
going
retire.
at.
Yeah, she gonna retire. She gonna, yeah. We keep putting that retirement thing out,
And there were a couple of times, you really thought it was it. But I thought about it. Yeah, go on, drop it. If we're gonna do it like Slammiversary or Bound for Glory. And you know who I think should do it? Now that I think she minted I think Tessa Blanchard. They need to go back and get Tessa Blanchard. Now I think it's been long enough.
You think so?
I think it's been long enough. She mended the fences with La Rosa Negra, the person that started all that put the allegation out.
Yeah.
That said that Tessa did and said some things to her.
Racist words?
Yeah, some racist stuff. So they just like I saw the picture of them together, so it looked like they mended their fences. And like I said, it's been a while since this happened.
Yeah, it was like 3 years.
I think she, I think she understands. I mean, she's not with her husband anymore.
Was that Dago?
Mm-hmm.
Dago?
Yep, they not together anymore.
Yeah.
I'm seeing her do various women's promotions.
Yeah.
Like I said, maybe she just needed this time to just to get her head right. So, like I said, sit down, talk to, see where she at, and bring her back.
Yeah.
I mean, because if AEW could bring CM Punk back, which they gonna do.
Yeah, they are. The way they talking about it now, yeah.
So,
there's gonna have to be some fences mended off of that. Yeah.
like I said, all it takes is a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, all it takes is a conversation and an understanding.
Right. And they, according to rumor, they talking about he willing to do whatever to get back. So even he will work with the elite. So
I mean, that'll be the money match. FTR and CM Punk against the elite.
Elite, yep.
That's money.
Mm-hmm.
And why not do it at All Out?
Right.
You're in Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
Then right after that you coming from the UK for All In.
Right.
Wimbledon for All In, and you coming right back for All Out.
Mm-hmm.
You trying to make that have CM Punk show up at All In.
Where Wembley? Yeah.
Yep, have him show up at Wembley.
Mm-hmm.
And then, have him compete at All Out. And if they were smart, they'll try to get the United Center.
Yep.
And not the the Now Arena.
The Now Arena, yeah.
That'll be the smart way to play it.
Mm-hmm.
Then we got the main event for the vacant Impact World Championship. Kushida, Steve Macklin. I just got one. Now, I've talked about Steve Macklin a few times. And I will say he's one of those guys that actually earned this opportunity.
And the company fits him well. You know, you got certain places like, you know, that you feel like they work well with.
Yep.
You know, and Impact is it. Him, you know, Macklin works well with Impact.
Yeah, because, you know, it didn't work out for the Forgotten Sons.
Right.
And which by the way, Wesley Blake is back in NXT.
Really?
I believe as a trainer.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Like I said, he's one of those guys that, you know, he put that work in.
They could have been like another version of the Sons of Anarchy.
Yep.
But then you talking about to Gunner's views on Trump.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what got him in Trump.
So I think, you know, this will be a good opportunity. I think it's gonna be a good match. Based on what happened at the last event with the tag team match.
Yeah.
Kushida's team won was telling me Macklin is gonna win the title. Yes, Mr. Deanna Purrazzo is gonna be the new Impact World Champion. And yes, he is married to Deanna Purrazzo, for those who don't know.
Right.
But I think it's gonna be good. I'm hoping they steal the show.
Yeah, because at first I was kind of leaning more towards Kushida. But after hearing your assessment on that, yeah, Macklin, it could be his time. You know.
And I think, you know, if they put it on him, that's more so for a New Japan thing, and they all gonna know why if he wins.
Yeah.
So, you know, put it on somebody different. This is how you make a star.
It's true.
And if it doesn't, like I said, if it doesn't work out, take it off him.
Yeah.
And, you know, depending on how long Josh Alexander is out, you know, keep it on him till then.
Yeah.
And that's all that is. But that is Impact Rebellion. It's April 16th. We crown a new champion. It's like a good card. And then right after that, Slammiversary. And now with that, I can't wait to see. I wonder if they're going to put anybody in the Hall of Fame. I want curious to see what the main event's going to be. But let's get there. And when we get there, we'll definitely talk about it. But as always, you got the floor.
Well, I'm going to say this here. Then, you know, there were news that was two things first. First one is that, you know, the show that WWE doing in Saudi Arabia, you know, it's not King and Queens of the Ring no more. It's now Night of Champions, so they're going to have Night of Champions instead of that. They said it was because of a creative issue. I'm thinking probably because of the people in Saudi Arabia, I think, and they kind of had a problem with it, I guess.
But they did it in Saudi when Xavier and Queen Zelina won it. Wasn't that in Saudi, or was that wasn't Saudi Arabia, wasn't it?
But But you know, this one here they supposed to be doing. They canceled it, so now it's gonna be Night of Champions. So they're gonna have Night of Champions in Saudi Arabia.
Which I think is better, but here's the problem. They're gonna have a Night of Champions, but they gonna have a undisputed Universal title match.
Right. See, they didn't announce like the matches enough, but they, you know, mentioned that it was gonna be there instead of that King and Queen of the Ring. So, but we'll see when it approaches May, somewhere in May, I think late May.
Yeah.
Like May 27th.
Yeah, like May 27th.
Yeah.
So, if that's the case, they better if he defend the title, it's probably gonna be that's about like Riddle.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be somebody we really know. I mean, he gonna win anyway, but
Right.
it's about we know. Yeah, okay, yeah, he gonna beat him.
Right. And then the other thing is, Martin Lawrence, he get his star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Long overdue.
So yeah, so congratulations to Martin Lawrence, man. Well deserved.
Like I said, long overdue. You should have got that when Martin was hot.
Right.
Bad boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's super long overdue, but yeah, definitely congrats on that.
And then we got these playoffs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
to play even. Well, y'all. I know the Thunder beat the Pelicans. I know that. I saw that game.
yeah,
And I
Pelicans.
know y'all was injury ridden though. That's the thing.
And we in Zion all in his mental feelings.
Yeah, and
But
now the Grizzlies, we got the Lakers.
that's gonna be a good. I'm gonna say something about that. That's gonna be a good series. That can be a 7-game series.
Yeah.
That's gonna be. I think whoever comes out of that series, I will tell you, earned it.
Yeah.
The Grizzlies' downfall is no Steven Adams.
Yeah.
That's
I keep telling you, we need us a big man. I'm talking about like a banger.
yep.
A big body banger on the boards.
Yep. That's gonna be. I see the Grizzlies' Achilles heel. You got big dude, but you don't have that. Like I said, you don't have that double center.
Big body banger. Yeah.
You don't have that double
So
center.
I always say Dennis Rodman with a big body.
Yep. Because I said when Steven Adams came there, I said that was brilliant to get him.
Yeah. And then we finally found us a shooter, Luke Kennard.
Yes.
So Luke Kennard is a sharp shooter. I'm like, oh my God, we got us a shooter.
Then you got that big boy from the G League.
Yeah. They called him. They say he's another version of Zach Randolph.
There's a little thicker, but he don't move slow. He be all over the place.
Right.
So like I said, he might be he'll be a good asset because you got the talent.
Yeah.
The thing is, just don't walk in there being intimidated when LeBron show up.
Right.
When LeBron and AD show up, you beat him already, so you know you can beat him.
Right.
I said, but that's gonna be a good 7 game series. It's going 7 games.
So you saying it's going 7?
It's going 7 games. That's not nobody's getting blown out. That's a 7-game series. Cause this series is too good to go like 4 or 5 games.
Yeah.
On paper, and the matchups, yeah, it's just 7 games. That is definitely. I would be shocked if it don't go 7.
Yeah.
Like I said, whoever wins that series definitely earned it. But yeah, we got the Grizzlies in the playoffs. We got the return of the USFL of the Memphis Showboats.
Memphis Showboats. Yes.
Memphis got a team that be right there at the whatever they call it, Liberty Bowl now.
That's what you call it, Liberty Bowl. Yeah. Right.
So let's see. I see the XFL looks like they making it through a whole season. Let's see if we can get the USFL run through their season.
Congrats to the Rock, man, because he doing it, man. He a little entrepreneur.
I gotta give prop to the Rocks for this. And I told you this probably, I think I've said it online. The Rock's OG, he's doing business with his ex-wife.
His ex-wife, yeah.
But his ex-wife know about that money. I believe at one time, if she's not still, she was the vice president of Merrill Lynch. So she know about that paper.
Oh, yes. Oh, God, yes.
She know how to make that paper.
Yeah.
I just wonder what does Rock's wife now think about this? Because I will say this, Danny looks better than his wife now. I'm sorry.
You said
Danny looks better than his wife now. I'm sorry. I'm putting it out there. Danny still looks good.
Yeah.
And they look when you see them together do an interview.
It look weird.
They look like You know, they still might. You know, I mean, I don't think they divorced on bad terms, so they probably still cool.
Oh yeah, that's his business partner actually with
Yeah,
the XFL.
yeah,
Yeah,
she helped get Wayne.
she the
Yeah,
financial backer, ain't she?
yep,
Yeah,
yeah, both of them. She the find that got him involved, got her team involved. Yep, they are the
yeah,
owners. And now you got Simone wrestling.
yeah.
So I mean that's a good thing. If you could still do business with your exes and nobody saying nothing about, I ain't mad at them.
I ain't either.
I ain't mad at them at all. I mean, I enjoy watching it. I mean,
Yeah.
they even gave Josh Gordon a chance. And how many times he got in
Yes.
trouble in the NFL?
Oh my goodness.
They gave him a
Yeah.
chance.
He
They
did
went,
a whole bunch of weed violations in
yep,
the NFL.
yep,
Yeah.
yep. They went and signed Philip Lindsay from the NFL when he got cut. And
And
he's a good young running back.
yeah, AJ McCarron, he playing over there.
Yep. So you know, a lot of these, and then you know they're working with the NFL.
Yeah.
So you know they're doing it right. So yeah, definitely props to them. So I say let's get through the season. I hope they last. You know, bring some new teams in.
Right.
Say, go to New Orleans. We got a team. I say if y'all don't want to play in the Superdome, we got Tad Gormley Stadium. That's a throwback stadium. We can go play in there.
All right.
Especially if you're not
Bring
trying
back
to. And that's right in City Park.
bring back the Memphis Maniacs.
There you go.
And in that new stadium, we claim we have a soccer stadium, which we ain't no soccer team.
Yeah, but that
That's
yeah
a football stadium. Yeah.
I'll do that too. See, we got options.
Right.
Definitely got options, but like I said, baseball back on the scene. We got the playoffs coming up. We got a lot on TV.
Mm-hmm.
Got a lot on TV. So we gonna get out of here. As always, thank y'all for supporting. Thank y'all for listening. Continue to check out Bad Superman TV right here on YouTube. Continue checking out the Get Snap podcast and the Get Snap podcast Throwback Edition. Getting close to that 10,000 subscribers. We're at about 8,300 subscribers. Let's keep that going. Let's build that up. That is my goal. Let's hit that 10K. I want 100K to get the plaque, but we gonna work it there.
You gotta crawl for you, walk for you.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
As always, love y'all. Thank y'all. We out of here.